All right, today I'm going to show you my favorite free method to find properties you can flip from anywhere in the world. Literally, you'll have properties you can be making offers on within the hour. Then we're going to go through and we're going to talk about a bunch of other marketing channels, pluses, minuses of each. Why would you would choose one over the other? But first, let's get right into the good stuff. Finding virtual flips. So this is super easy. Again, what is the point of this? You can do this from anywhere. You can flip properties anywhere. To go through your options real quick. Free channels versus paid channels. Free, wholesalers. Someone else already did the work. They spent the money on the marketing. They managed the team. They dealt with the seller. They did the follow-up. They did all the dirty work for you. You just have to look at their contracts and figure out the deal makes sense for you, right? Direct to agent, on market deals, a little more moving parts. We have agents involved now. Those deals are just sitting there, right? What do we like about these? The seller already made up their mind and said, yes, I do in fact want to sell my house. In fact, here's the price that I want to sell it at. And then they took the time to fill out paperwork, give it to an agent, get it photographed, allow showings, all the things. They've jumped through a lot of hoops, right? So you can just pick these deals up right away. Driving for dollars. Now, virtually, you can still do this. There are platforms. I remember I used to use Batch Driven, but you can literally just go right on Google Maps, go into Google Street View, like zoom in on a neighborhood that you know you like, where there tends to be a lot of activity. Maybe there's some distress, some older homes. Look at the years built, understand that, be strategic about it, and then you can literally just virtually walk down the street, find properties, write down the address, look up the owner, and contact them. A little more tedious, but a very powerful method. You'll uncover a lot of properties this way that maybe didn't end up on any distress lists, so they're not being marketed to for anyone doing SMS, cold call, direct mail, et cetera, et cetera. That is virtual driving for dollars. Door knocking, obviously virtually not going to work for you unless you put together someone local, which is a possibility, right? But what I'll say, one of the things I don't like about door knocking is managing another human who's working for straight commission. Unless you want to pay someone, you kind of get what you pay for. So that's going to be a challenge. You're going to have a lot of turnover in door knocking. It's a kind of a burnout. And the properties you're going to have the most success for typically are auction properties. Not properties that have already gone to auctions, properties that have a pending auction date. It's just the most urgent lead you're possibly going to come across. SEO is super slow. It's a long-term strategy, but if you do have a market that you really like, you're going to be in for a while, then set up your website there, optimize it, and start creating content. We do like SEO as a free strategy. It's just much longer term. It's not going to get you deals that you can make offers on today. Now, paid channels. The common denominator here, at least on the first three, is you have to pull data. On these two, you have to then skip trace the data, potentially verify the data. Challenge being here, you have to figure, there's going to be software involved. Do you want to run it yourself, or are you going to pay someone? Again, just a lot more moving parts in management. There's also obviously a fee associated with it. SMS is going to be the least expensive. Cold calling next after that. Typically, you'll have a VA doing it. It's just the most efficient. Your data depends where you pull it from and how much you're pulling. Usually you can go to an aggregator like a PropStream, pull a list of $10,000 a month for somewhere around $100. Skip tracing varies anywhere from 3 cents a record up to, call it, 15 cents a record. But assume you can probably get your SMS software to run the kind of volume you want for, call it, under $2,000 a month. Cold calling, you could have a cold caller calling for about $1,000 a month for a virtual assistant. So call that, or these two cost-wise will be about the same. Direct mail, now you're paying per mailer. All depends on the type of mailer and the how frequent you're sending mail. This usually you'll get your most response within the first 2 pieces of mail. This is going to be more expensive. Now getting more expensive, your PPC and your PPL. PPL I like because you have a little more control. You can kind of turn things off. PPC, if you have an agency managing it for you, you are going to PPC, pay per click, pay per lead. Sorry if I didn't mention that, but PPC, pay per click, you'll be driving traffic generally to your website. So you'll need a website that'll need to be maintained. Depending on your market, price per click could be substantial. You could be paying upwards of $500 per lead. I wouldn't mess with any of these if you're not super confident in your ability to convert. You're just lighting money on fire if you don't have a good sales system in place. TV and radio, advanced strategy. Obviously, your systems are dialed before you spend that kind of money. But now we're getting some brand awareness in a market. Super important long term. A lot of these things will feed each other, especially once you have your SEO optimized website, you have TV and radio. People are seeing you all everywhere. You're omnipresent, and it does help your overall conversions. Not a beginner strategy. When it comes down to the data, we're pulling bulk versus niche. You can do any of these more niche. I would advise it right now, especially if you're new. I like to look for buried treasure. And then inbound versus outbound. Obviously outbound, but they're calling in, but you have to take the effort. These are really your inbound channels. Once the marketing is going, people are looking for you and finding you. Wholesalers, I say again, you're outbound, outbound. You disruptive marketing, right? You're reaching out to a seller and saying, hey, I want to buy a home. Do you want to sell yours? Now, let's get into the actual strategy. This is super simple. What are we going to do? We're going to go to Facebook. We're going to take the target market that you already chose. We're going to go in. I just, arbitrarily chose Cleveland. You're going to care about the groups. And if you haven't joined any there yet, you're going to type in whatever market and then real estate, see what comes up. I want the ones that are most active, obviously 10 plus posts a day. I'm not going to join it, but I'm going to go in here and there's two things I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to search. Now I could just scroll, boom, all of a sudden there's a deal we can make an offer on. Or what I may do is I do a search and I'm going to use assignment because that's what wholesalers are doing. They are assigning us a contract. Now I'm going to see anyone that posted a property they have in contract. These are wholesalers that they plan to assign. They should put all their numbers. These are properties, if they're still available, I can make offers on these immediately. Now, going back, what else are we going to do? There's a real simple post I like to do. Wholesalers, I'm buying. Buy box and comment below. Here's my buybacks. Now, alter this for what you want. It's important to put your buy box because A, it's a pre-filter. B, it lets people know that you actually know what you're talking about. We don't touch anything under 3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath is just, it has the biggest buyer pool. So we have to think when we're done flipping, who are we going to be selling to? And so our retail buyer pool wants a 3 bedroom. This is your starter home USA. Jeremy, in the last video, my business partner said 12% and 35K. I'm going to be more conservative on where the market is now. Again, I can't tell you what numbers to put here. You put your own, but I'm going to say 15% or 50K. Cosmetic renovations preferred. I don't want to get into a gut reno that's going to take me a long time. Our business model, we like to be in and out of renovation in under 4 weeks. Just reduce our exposure. No fire damage. That personal preference, fire damage opens up a whole nother can of worms. If you want to do those properties, go right ahead. And then I just let them know we're going to be buying with cash and hard money. So there is a cost of capital. And so when they're kind of underwriting what to send to me or not that they're going to filter, but I do want to let them know that there is a cost of capital. So your homework, you are going to go join a Facebook group in the market that you chose. You are going to create a post with your buy box. If you don't know how to do that here, let's do that real quick. We went in here, we're going to start a post. I'm going to click this right here. I'm going to choose a color. I'm not going to choose red, but wholesalers, I'm buying. That's how you get it to come up like that. I'm going to post that. And then in the comment section, I'm going to cut and paste this bit right here for my buy box. We're going to create a post. We are going to search for the deals that other wholesalers posted. What is our goal here? Evaluating actual deals. We're going to plug them into our calculator, which we showed you how to do using our calculator. If you don't have that, go into our free school group, download that. We have a video, shows you how to use it. And then we want to get on wholesalers lists. So they just, what you'll find is when you get on enough lists, deals are just going to be coming across your plate every day. A lot of them are going to be crap. Expect that. But that's just what's going to happen. And this is my favorite free marketing channel. This is how you can go be anywhere in the world sitting at your computer, be in a market that you chose that you want to remotely flip in, and have deals in front of you for free within the next hour that you can be making offers on.
If you like that video, you are absolutely going to love our virtual fix and flip school, where we teach you how to flip properties from anywhere in the world. Just click the first link below in the description. That'll take you to a page to enter your email and join the school. We'll see you on the inside.